What's up everybody under the blue moon, this is Pizza Posta back at it again with another update video regarding the production of Good Burger 2. Yes, it's right, there is more news. And so soon as well. After the release of my last video regarding the initial announcement of the movie's creation, I decided to do some further digging and discovered something massive. A leaked first look at the script for Good Burger 2 was actually posted by Kel Mitchell himself via Instagram. Take a look.
Yeah. Hey. Let's go. Yeah. Just what it mean to be blessed.
Now this is just crazy, guys. I just know the greatest plot of fiction is contained in just the next page of that script alone. We can see that this script was actually a revision draft completed a few weeks ago, so you know they were going back and forth with trial and error, making sure the script would be absolutely perfect. Unfortunately, we aren't given any actual contents of the script just yet, just the front page, which does confirm the title of the movie to be Good Burger 2. So this does seem like it's going to be a direct sequel to the first movie rather than a continuation of the book series. However, that's just what I'm assuming at this point in time. While there isn't any plot shown off, there are a few context clues and detective work we can use to deduce the general concepts of the story to be. So, let's get into it. The first thing that caught my attention is the visual of this empty bowl, accompanied by a fork and spoon which is sat upon the script for the movie, with the camera having to pan over the bowl in order to view the movie's official title. Now this could be a simple coincidence, likely Kel Mitchell having finished his food before recording, however that would just be too amateur of a conclusion to make. What I believe is that this bowl actually hints at a potential shift in themes of this brand new story. Specifically, the movie's focus on breakfast foods, silverware, cereal bowls rather than lunch and dinner time foods, which were the focal point of the original Good Burger. Notice how there are no fresh stains to be seen on the script if Kel Mitchell was truly eating out of the bowl before filming, so that makes me believe the bowl and silverware are deliberate. This breakfast approach sounds incredibly interesting, should that be what was being conveyed. Perhaps the plot will feature some revision to Good Burger as a restaurant. For example, they may have started serving breakfast items, which could be this new movie's special sauce which the restaurant uses to combat a new rival restaurant's competition. This could also hint at the new villains as well. Could Mondo's Burger have been replaced by a new Pancake House breakfast cafe type of food place, which puts Good Burger in another financially tricky spot? The connection between breakfast and pancakes also immediately makes my mind wander to this image of Dwayne Johnson, who I speculated in the last video to potentially be featured in this new sequel as a main character. However, with this idea of an evil breakfast palace, I now speculate that The Rock will not be a protagonist, but rather the new villain, possibly working with or commanding Troy and Griffin, who I also believed would be the new antagonists. Personally, I like the idea of The Rock being a villain much more than my original idea now, plus it would be funny to see in the theaters these henchmen switch into a different boss in order to bring down Good Burger. Alternatively, this breakfast theme could hint at an explanation as to certain characters happening since the previous film, most likely Dexter, who quit Good Burger to work at a nearby breakfast cafe. I think this would be genius if Dexter were to accidentally get a job at the restaurant The Rock now owns, and so he is pitted against his former friends and employees of Good Burger. My next theory may seem a bit off the rails, but please hear me out before you start a war in the comments, please. Remember my speculation on this new movie actually being a prequel which focuses on past incarnations of Ed and Dexter working somewhere similar to Good Burger and going through the same similar trials of the original Good Burger movie. You may be familiar with the idea of cereal being particularly associated with eating at breakfast, which the bowl in the Instagram video likely is referencing. Breakfast is the meal eaten during the morning, prior to lunch and dinner. Could the cereal bowl actually be an allegory for this movie taking place before the original Good Burger movie by having the bowl represent a story that happens before the lunchtime movie about burgers, thus confirming that this is indeed a prequel? Just a thought. You may think that that is all that this video has to offer, but there's actually more clues should you choose to look deeper. Once the camera pans over the bowl to view the title, you may notice the insides of the script are actually visible. By sharpening the image and increasing the contrast, it is possible to view keywords that could give us insight on the plot. I myself have very bad eyesight, so the only word that I could make out was the name Ed. There is a line centered above a larger wall of text that is clear to be a character's name, suggesting that they would be narrating the beginning of the movie. It is also possible to make out the name as being 3 letters long instead of 2, my best guess being Ted, which we have never heard of, insisting that this is a new character. Could this possibly be the new protagonist of Good Burger 2? I encourage others to try and make out other words as well, as it is definitely possible to do so with the right editing. Lastly, it should be noted the song chosen to overlay the video, which is Kel Mitchell's own song called Blessed Mode. Listening to the full song on YouTube or Spotify reveals further lyrics not present in the short Instagram video. The lyrics seem to be unrelated, but there are two lines that caught my attention, both of which relate to fire. The second verse of the song details a string of events that happened to the speaker after going through a fire. The third verse also contains this line, "Came out the fire, don't smell like soap, cleaner than a bar of soap, man, that Holy Ghost got me." It's important to note the ending of the original Good Burger, where Ed and Dexter escape a collapsing Mondo's Burger on a fair at Rich. Could it be that these lyrics reference this very ending? Thus the lines preceding the lines about fire describe both Dexter and Ed's actions after the credits roll. The mention of Instagram not only connects to the very Instagram video about the movie, but would also solidify the current time period the characters are now in. Considering that the song was produced solely by Kel Mitchell, the lyrics may only apply to Ed's perspective. This could imply that Ed had undergone a profound spiritual awakening in Christianity, either figuratively or literally, which may impact his character in the new movie, or even serve as his new character arc where he needs to learn to control his new powers. This may also strengthen the reincarnation prequel theory and explain the character's ability to be reborn in the first place, but it is too early to be sure. That's all I have to say on this update. I am so happy more news came out so soon, as I am willing to gobble up anything Good Burger had. I will continue to produce update videos so it's easier for you guys to stay informed on a production of the movie of the decade. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to sub for more videos. Peace.